Actually, when I was 16, I started to do the transcendental meditation. And because I was quite interested in the backgrounds of the martial arts I was doing, so I was looking around a little bit, and there was an advertisement newspaper that you could do transcendental meditation. And immediately, at the beginning of meditation, I had these beautiful experiences, you know, like oneness or dissolving or anything. And that kind of was, you know, like a new, in a way, a new experience for me that kept me going for a while. And at some point, it, you know, dissolved again, and picked it up again, and dissolved, and picked it up again. But one really beautiful moment was when I did my first Qigong course. Was maybe early 20s, and you know, we were doing some movements like we did this morning, and at some point we had to go into a certain posture, and immediately I could feel very clear energy streams in my body that also moved my body in an external sense, and immediately I knew this is going to be with me for the rest of my life. And yeah, I think that's a valuable principle also. And I'm sure that many people of you, you know, at some point in their life have had an experience where you kind of knew this is essential. And to me, that is I heard the word deep resonance to this morning. That to me is a very important guideline also in my life of practice, because I'm very greedy, I admit. Yes, also in terms of practices, I've been extremely greedy. Always, if I did something, I did martial arts, I did 5 martial arts. If I want to learn Qigong, I want to learn 10 system Qigong. If I've done meditation, I've done different meditation. And at some point, of course, that becomes way too much. Yeah. If you have too much, there's no way you can get any depth in it. So as a kind of, almost like you could say, a spiritual survival method, every now and then I just have to stop myself. I have to take a break for a few days, and then I really try to think, is this really what I want to do? Is this really what I should do? Is this really the best way that I can serve people? And in that period of time, which I every now and then need, I have to cut my greed. So I have to throw out some practices and really resonate with what I'm doing, and trying to, you know, to feel just like the process in a way we did with Jesse this morning. What feels really essential for me? Yeah, without maybe really understanding why that is, you know, without a rational reason maybe, but really understanding. And then, you know, after this muchness, I sometimes call the unbearable muchness of life, yeah, then I have there's a kind of purification process that took place, and I can go on again with more essential practice. And of course, I'm seduced again by yet another seminar with yet other tools and yet other practices, or maybe the same practice but from another angle or by another person, and then again I go, and then again I have to step back. So this is, in a way, you can say, an unconscious strategy that I have been following. You know, like sucking up and then having to clear things. Talking about, you know, discipline and surrender. My early years were like the martial arts, like judo and karate, but they offer a lot in terms of discipline. There's a lot of, you know, techniques that you practice, there's specific forms, there's specific rituals. You know, you meditate before you start in class. You always bow to each other to have a connection, and you know, like there's movements like this after an exercise, so you clean yourself. And they have a lot to offer in terms of discipline. When I met Qigong, the thing that actually really caught me was the spontaneity. Yeah, so there was a spontaneous experience of energy movement into my body, and that itself, spontaneous movement, is a very important thing in several Qigong systems, and especially Qigong systems that came in my life. I met several teachers here in the West and in China that use spontaneous movement as one of their core methods. Yeah, there's not so much method, but about spontaneity. And maybe in a minute we can do something with this. Yeah, the difference between, you can say, disciplined movement and spontaneous movement. Maybe we can research that a little bit on body energy. So maybe we first do that after I've offered, there's already a question. Or somebody would like to offer.
You go on after?
Yeah.
About surrender?
I guess so.
Otherwise I want to ask about surrender.
Yeah, well, it's fine to ask now, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I don't know. I just want to hear about it. So maybe it will come. I can.
Okay. Yeah. Shall we do something then? Yeah. See if we surrender.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let's make some space. It's interesting, it was very interesting, it usually is, because I really don't know what's coming. And there's a little consciousness, I mean, I'm not going, my conscience doesn't shut up. Like in some trance states, the one who goes into the trance doesn't remember what happened. But in this practice, you are actually aware of what has happened. And there's still, you can say, although this is deep surrender, there's still some sort of discipline needed not to grasp, or resist what is happening. Yeah? I mean, because we all, who likes to do like this in front of everybody? Yeah? So I might feel a little bit, well, maybe not this now. Yeah? And I still need some awareness present to notice my aversions or my attachment. Maybe I want to do a cool dragon move. And I have to notice, that this arises in me, and I have to release it again, and then it's really beautiful, beautiful experience. And there was also a vision. I mean, I can now tell a little bit about what I experienced on a visionary level. And so first I was just me as a dragon, and suddenly there was like a pearl in space, and there was a feminine dragon on the other side. And there was a sudden whole shift in the experience. And somehow I had to find a way to dance with the feminine. And I wasn't sure how that worked. And actually several times I had waves, when I made something like this. It was like I had this wave of the other dragon kind of suddenly moving me out of control. So that was a little bit of my inner, my upper left story.